The fire is on spot, took place.
A little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning, we had a fire call for a building fire.
We then reported person possibly trapped on the top floor.
That's it right there.
It's going to be a long road to recovery for one of the firefighters badly burned during a 2-alarm fire in Brooklyn earlier this week.
Gotten out most as far as I could out the window by kind of leaning out until an aerial ladder swung over so I could get on it.
Brooklyn, S38. The EMS forthwith, 10-4. The unit's responding into the second line, box 920. Be advised, we have a mayday at this time.
Wiedmann suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns over 50% of his body in Monday's fire.
One of the guys I work with told the EMS that I should go to the New-York-Presbyterian, to the burn center. That's where this journey began.
What happens is, right from the beginning, is fluid starts to leak out of your bloodstream, and you go into shock. And so if you're not resuscitated from that, you can die even within hours.
His chances of survival statistically were somewhere around 50%.
Dr. Bessie definitely, I had told him from day one, I want you to be a straight shooter with me. I don't need you to sugarcoat it. I'd rather know exactly what I'm dealing with.
The burns seemed to be 3rd-degree burns at least. Some of his fingers were very badly injured, and it was unclear whether we could save any of those. Rob had to be on the ventilator because he swelled up so much with all the fluids.
For the first 2 weeks after I had gotten there, I was in an induced coma. I do remember them telling me when I did start coming out of that induced coma that I was going to be there for a few months, and I couldn't believe it. It was hard to kind of like to hear that.
I operated on Rob on several occasions, particularly was taking care of his hands, which was some of his very worst injuries.
Altogether, I probably had a good, 30-something, 40 potentially, skin grafts.
They had to use cadaver skin in the very beginning because he didn't have enough of his own skin to cover him.
Like my wife was there every day for a few hours. My parents were there for a few hours. And when they left, it was difficult. It was hard. They were going home and I was staying there, But having the relationship with the people there made it a little easier.
They were so uplifting and so caring, and that was apparent from the very first minute I met any of them.
It was like an intimate relationship with a family member that they really did treat me well.
My husband is a firefighter as well, so I kind of put that in perspective. This could have been him, or this could have been any family member that was coming through this door.
Our experience there was definitely life-changing. Not just with Rob's injuries, but for me, I have no injuries, and for me it was still life-changing for the fact that we've met people now that we will definitely have in our lives forever.
He credits us a lot for what happened, the nurses and the physicians, but really it was him. He had a strong spirit, he had a will to get better, and he's the one that did all the work. We just kind of were there to help him along the way.
He gave as much to us as I feel like as we gave to him, and we use him now as a model of how to take care of people.
What really makes it worthwhile is seeing him get better during that period of time and seeing him walk out.
It was a strange day.
Do you feel that your recovery is nothing short of a miracle?
I guess so. I guess God had a lot to do with it, and I think the doctors and the nurses and everybody that, the PT people, the OT people, definitely had a big role in it too. And the people that were out there greeting me, to send me off on my way to go home was an overwhelming thing. Hello.
From the time he left the burn unit, he's made wonderful progress.
There's some days where, still have a little bit, but it's more days I'm better than.
Where you have almost no pain?
Yeah.
Beautiful. He's on less and less medication and just doing better and better.
I do feel privileged, actually, to be one of the people that helps him to become more independent and perhaps looking at future prospects and see what he can do when he's done.
I'm getting my strength back. I have a decent mobility in my left hand, and I'm working on some open areas on my right. I've come a long way.
You really have a high when something like that happens.
it's a special thing, to be able to give him this, afforded this opportunity to care for people in this way.
We're delighted with Rob's progress. We're delighted that he's happy with it. When the next Rob comes in, can we do it a little better even?
It's been a good journey, and we're gonna get through this. This is just a little glitch in my life, but it's gonna make me better for the rest of it,